So this is my first video on this, but I just wanted to share this with whoever. But I've been eating nothing but watermelon. Today is my 16th day, I do believe. It's my 16th day, and I've been eating nothing but watermelon. Nothing else. I haven't been drinking water. I haven't been drinking anything. I haven't been consuming anything else. No teas, no herbs, absolutely nothing but watermelon. I'm on day 16. And I just decided today that, I don't know, I'm making a video today. I don't know if I will make a video every day to like update people of my progress or whatever. But I have been updating my progress since day one in a Facebook group called Fruit Up with Bobby Smith. Check that group out. In fact, June 1st, he's hosting a watermelon washout. It's $10 to join. It's from June 1st to June 14th, where you eat nothing but watermelon. Me, I just, before the washout, I don't even know if it was before the washout, but I just felt within me to do this, and I just jumped right on it. I have 16 days consecutively in a row of eating nothing but watermelon. But I have a total of 19 days of eating nothing but watermelon. I started off doing this, and it wasn't planned or anything. It was just spurred of the moment. I just felt it within to do it, and I just did it. But the thing is, I had just bought a bunch of strawberries and blueberries. A lot. I had like 2 glass trays full of strawberries and blueberries, like big trays. And every time I would go in the fridge to grab a watermelon to cut it up or something, I would see these strawberries and blueberries. And after day 3 of eating watermelon, I said, man, I can't let all them strawberries and blueberries go to waste. It would be an injustice. It would be disrespectful. So day 4, I did 3 days watermelon. Day 4, I ate nothing but the strawberries and blueberries until they were gone. That's all I ate. I didn't consume anything else. I didn't drink anything, just strawberries and blueberries. And then day 5, I picked back up on the watermelon. So that's how that went. So I actually have 6, 7, 19 days of nothing but watermelon, and 20 days of eating nothing but fruit. So yeah. How do I feel? I feel great. I mean, like, I wasn't like really fucked up before I started this. I've been on this journey for a little while. I'm not like a vet or anything. I might have just hit vet status though. Be honest. I might have just hit vet status with this, because the purpose of me doing this was because I had an addiction. I was made aware of the fact that I had an addiction to unnatural, you can't call them foods because it's not foods, but unnatural products that, they sell to us as food. That's not food at all. I was still addicted to it. Now, I've done a year. Like in the past, I've done a year approximately. I never keep track of this shit, but approximately a year, nothing but fruit. And then I went back to vegan foods. They're not foods. Like, it's really important to drive this home. Like, and this is a way or a tactic or strategy or whatever that I use regularly when I have temptations for these unnatural products. Every time I see, like now when I'm in the store or whatever, and I'm looking at something and, you know, having urges or whatever, or like memories, you know, like especially like when I'm looking at shit that I used to eat and that I love, I constantly remind myself that is not food. That is not food. It's really important. It's a powerful way to, at least for me anyway, to keep myself on track. It's not food. It's not food. So, you know, after I did about a year or whatever on nothing but fruit, and then, you know, I had a history before that too. You know, I've slowly progressed into this way of eating. Um, but I was on track before that. I was coming this way before the year. I didn't just decide one day. I didn't just go from the standard American diet one day to deciding I'm going to eat nothing but fruit the next day. I had to, like, I weaned myself off the bullshit. So, and really, like, for me, it was a divine process. It was never anything, you know, my goal. I just wanted to be healthy. Like, my ultimate desire, or what I was striving for, is just to be in excellent health, because I understand that we don't have to be sick. We don't have to get disease, right? I'm 51. I'm going to be 52. Although I don't pay, you know, I'm just saying for this video. At my age, there are certain things that this world, the society, the experts of health, the so-called experts, these quacks, say that I'm supposed to have. There are certain things that's supposed to happen to me at certain ages. And that's bullshit. Disease is not age related. Sickness is not age related. It's diet related. So understanding this and understanding I could take charge of my health, and I don't ever have to be sick. I don't ever have to have a disease, ever. I just started making better choices. You know, I just started paying attention to what I was eating. I started reading labels. Like, what the fuck is in this? And then I'm reading the label, and it's so much shit on there that I can't pronounce. Like, what the fuck is that? And I would start looking this shit up. I got a fucking computer right in my fucking pocket, right? That can give me the answer to just about anything I want to know. So I'd be in the grocery store looking this shit up. And I would read shit like increased risk of heart disease, increased risk of cancer, increased risk of Alzheimer's, increased risk of diabetes, carcinogenic. No, like all this shit. What the fuck? I ain't eating this shit. And so that's how my journey kind of began. And I've just done that over the years till eventually everything I was eating was eliminated. And this is where I rested at. This is where I touched down on fruit. And so, you know, like in the beginning, it's a journey, because it really is an addiction. It's an addiction because you're not eating food. I was not eating food. This may sound extreme, but it's a drug addiction. And then all you got to do is like, it don't even take a lot of research to find this out. It's a drug addiction. They put drugs in the food. They make, not the food. I can't call it food. These products that they manufacture and sell to us as food. They put drugs in it. They make the shit addictive by adding drugs. That's it. I mean, just think about it. Why are they in business? To make money. How do they make money? Sell product. The more product they sell, the more money they make. Well, if you have a product and then another company comes to you and say, hey, we can make people crave your product. We can make people think about your product when they're having bad days, when they're stressed out. We can make people run to buy your product to feel better. They may not have used this language, but we can make your product addictive. You're going to want to add that to your product. Because if your product is addictive, it's going to sell. Right? It's just basic math. So these fucking flavor enhancers, all these artificial chemicals and shit, they're addictive. Cheese is one of the most addictive substances or products on the planet. Comparable to heroin. The process involved in creating cheese, it unleashes opiates. Fucking drugs. Cheese is a fucking drug. And for me personally, it was the hardest thing for me to leave alone. By far. I've had fucking dreams about cheese. Like I went through fucking withdrawals. Like for real. When I left cheese alone. But sugar is another one. Come on. Sugar, I have read where it has been said sugar is 8 times more addictive than cocaine. Come on. It's in every fucking thing. Salt is another one. Highly addictive. Fats is another. All these things are highly addictive. Not, it's drugs. It's drugs. So I was dealing with an addiction. And for a long time, I didn't even know it. But then I became made aware of it. And I was satisfying or feeding that addiction through vegan products. This vegan bullshit, that is not food. It is not food. They put the same toxic, disease-causing, addictive chemicals and drugs in vegan products as they do in the other bullshit. The craftiness, right? They give it that name, and you automatically think that because you're eating vegan, you're eating healthy. And you're not. You're not. That's not food. This is food, right? Man cannot make food. Only God can make food. Or whatever you call it. The creator, conscious, whatever you call it. I'm just going to say God because I don't want to spend a lot of time on trying to come up with a name. Like you can't name that power anyway. Like it can't be named by a human being. So only God can make food, and God ain't making no new food. It's already here. So if it's not growing in nature and if you're not consuming it in its natural state, it's not food. Food is not made in a goddamn laboratory. Food is not made in a motherfucking factory. Food is made in nature. It grows on trees and on vines and out the ground. That's it. So, boom. Now I'm on a journey of battling this addiction, and I won't get into all of that. I may make another video about that. But basically, the purpose of me starting this was to beat this addiction. And I've been kicking its ass. I'm 16 days in a row eating nothing but watermelon. And I'm going to tell you something. The day before I started this, 2 days before I started, I went and got some vegan food. Chips and some guacamole. I bought like 3 bags of chips. Couldn't even wait to get home to eat them. I couldn't even wait to get out the store to eat them. Because I had several days of just eating fruit. And then I fell back. I would always fall back. Like I would have like a couple days of just fruit only. And then I would fall back to the vegan stuff. And so the day before I started this, like I said, I bought 3 bags of chips and guacamole, a couple things of guacamole. I ate a whole bag. I probably ate like a bag and a half. And I threw the rest in the trash because I really didn't want to be eating it. It was the addiction. I threw them in the trash outside. Next day, get through the day, go hang out with my brother, get home. It's like 10 o'clock in the evening, 10 o'clock at night. I had cravings. That addiction was calling. And I went outside, dug through the trash, got them chips out, and got that other guacamole out. Took it in the house and fucked it up. I'm like, ooh, you got a problem. It's an addiction. It's a real fucking addiction. And so I had some inner work going on prior to all of this. There was some inner work going on, you know. And I was at the place where we doing this. I ain't nothing but watermelon. Because the only way you can beat an addiction is you got to stop feeding it. You have to starve it. So this is what I'm doing with the watermelon. I'm starving the addiction. And again, I'm 16 days in, 19 days total. Well, yeah, I mean, really 20 days on all fruit. And yeah, I just been kicking its ass. So that's what this is all about. And then that's what it started. That was the inspiration. Now it's about more than that. Because as I do this, it's just it just feels so natural. Like, it's like I'm not even doing anything special. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing. This is how I'm supposed to eat. This is how I'm supposed to eat. And I'm not saying I'm supposed to eat nothing but watermelon every day. But what I'm saying is I'm supposed to eat fruit. This is how I'm supposed to eat. Human beings are frugivores. I got a video on my channel. Check that out. But our primary diet is fruit. And I mean, you can include nuts and seeds. Basically, it's anything that you can eat in its natural state. That's food. And for me, it just happens to be fruit, because fruit is really, aside from nuts and seeds, I can't eat vegetables in their natural state. They nasty to me. Nothing tastes better than fruit in its natural state. Nothing is more hydrating. This is a complete food. This is a superfood. Fruit in general. Fruits with high H302 content or high H302 content are superfoods. Complete sort. You don't need anything else. You don't need to drink water. This hydrates you. It feeds you. It gives you energy. It hydrates. It does everything. It helps to heal. It supports healing. It supports excellent health. This is it. So that's all for this video. I don't know. I may make more, but I just wanted to drop in and, make that. And, we'll see. We'll see. But in the Facebook group, Fruit Up by Bobby Smith, or Fruit Up with Bobby Smith, just type in Fruit Up. It'll pop up. I've been giving daily updates in that group. And again, they're doing a watermelon washout starting June 1st. It's $10 to sign up. And you go to that page, check it out for details. He's doing 75 days of watermelon only. So I may ride with him on that. We'll see.